Well, today, everybody, in this video, we're going to be talking about a guitar. I got it just out of frame in my hand here. And we're going to be talking about a brand that, as the title of this video suggests, yes, I was rather skeptical. Not necessarily in a bad way. I guess skeptical is not really the right word, but I was genuinely curious. But it's called how it is. Skeptical makes a good title. Anyway, I was really curious and skeptical and interested in checking out this guitar brand. It's a guitar brand that I've talked about on this channel and made several videos about, but I've yet to get one in my possession, and that is about to change right now. Drum roll, please. We're going to be checking out... That's not really a drum roll, but anyway, we're going to be checking out a Badlands guitar, everybody. This is a new school GX1. So before we start talking about this guitar, be sure to follow me on Spotify. Be sure to like this video that you're watching, and be sure to subscribe to this channel. This channel is rad, and I love creating for you all. If you stick around, I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Thank you so much in advance. In case you're unfamiliar with who or what Badlands Guitar Company is, let me catch up to speed. This guitar company was announced and started publicly, more or less, around January of 2023. Now, this company's actually been started by several different gentlemen, but most notably, at least in my opinion, it was started by the Tone King, aka Lewis, one of the literal pioneers on this whole YouTube journey. He started doing YouTube when I was in like 8th grade. So like, that's crazy to think about. Like, here I am, a grown man myself now, doing the very thing and making a career in the music business, playing music, writing music, touring, you know, playing shows, all the above. I was able to do what I'm doing now through pioneers and OGs such as the Tone King. So to see this come to light and have this guitar in my hand is such a cool experience. So I was actually at the Tone King's house this past week, and he and I were talking about, you know, the company and what it's all about and what it entails. Now, this company, Badlands, is heavily inspired by the 80s. Now, I'm not really an 80s guitar player, so just putting that out right now. So, the 80s guitars are super sick, you know, Super Strats, you know, just the Jacksons, the Charvels, all the above, right? Like, they're really diving into that aesthetic and that flavor. That's what Badlands Guitars, first and foremost, is, in my opinion. But where this guitar specifically, this GX1 New School, this one really caught my eye and attention because, sure, it could look like an 80s guitar, but it is really got the modern flair, flavor, appointments, and aesthetic. First and foremost, I love the color. This is a gunmetal gray, they're calling it, but, you know, it's very much a metallic silver. Silver is obviously a color that I heavily love. You know, you guys know that, right? Silver, silver burst. Anything that looks like that, I'm always on board, right? Another thing, too, is this is a Godot trim, but it's not like the Floyd equivalent. It is just a regular, just, you know, dive-only trem, and I've really been heavily involved with the tremolo thing as of late. In fact, the first thing I ever did with this guitar is I made an Instagram reel and ultimately a YouTube short with this guitar. Here's that right now. Guitar plays great and it sounds absolutely amazing. Another thing I love about this guitar in terms of specs is it has stainless steel frets. Stainless steel frets are like such a modern feature and like almost an industry standard anymore. And it's awesome that Badlands, although they're heavily inspired by the 80s aesthetic and flair and flavor, they're not naive to the fact that modern players want stainless steel frets, for example. So they did it and they made it happen. I myself am exactly that, one of those players that love stainless steel frets. They never wear out, they never get flat spots, they're super glassy, and you know, they just always feel new and polished, and you never have to worry about any dead spots or like ultimately having to change them out in your lifetime. They're just super rock solid and they're great. continuing to talk about the specs, we have Badlands pickups in this. We have an M88 in the bridge and an M81 in the neck. This is a stacked single coil, and then we have an aggressive humbucker. We have a 3-way, and just a single volume. Simple, simple, simple. Bolt-on construction, satin 3-piece maple neck with carbon fiber reinforcement rods, alder body, go to locking tuners, and 25.5-inch scale, 22 frets, and I think that's about it. Alright everybody, so I've been running my mouth quite heavily about this guitar, but I just want to make this a point right here. I sincerely love the brand and everything that Badlands Guitars is doing. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I was skeptical, but I was really just more curious about what these guitars sound like, how they feel, and everything in between. And as soon as I did like a nice open chug, chunk, 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 at the Tone King's house, I was just like, oh yeah, dude, like, we're on to something, you know. Vincent, we happy? Oh, we happy, right? Like, it was so sick just from the rip, like, just right from the jump, dude. So one thing I also want to talk about is these guitars are also very limited. You can't really buy them. They're like very exclusive. So if you want one, get it when they announce it, right? So I think that's super cool, like, you know, the whole fear of missing out thing, right? But when you get one of them, you get a really nice presentation, man. You get a nice certificate of authenticity, you get a tag, and you also get a thank you card as well. It also comes with a really beautiful hard shell case. So the presentation, I'm a huge fan of that. I think most people are as well. The presentation goes a long way. To me, it's just a level of attention to detail, and like the customer just feels like they're a part of something, right? But the neck feels great. You know, it's a shredder neck, we'll say, but it's not like super thin. But regardless, man, like, I love how comfortable it is. I love the angled access heel joint. I love kind of the old school 80s approach with a really nice, you know, bolt-on plate, neck plate, I guess you call it. I just love everything about these guitars, man. And, you know, my curiosity and my ultimate, like, hopes and dreams for these guitars did not disappoint, man. And one final thing I want to say in this video, everybody, is I've become an ambassador for the company, more or less. Now, that's not an endorsement, that's not any sort of payment or any sort of financial incentive, but the Tone King is more or less instilling trust in me to create like a little bit of just like a business relationship, but more importantly, like a friendship, okay? So being 1,000% transparent with you guys, because I know, you know, it's my job, one, but two, I just want to let you guys know, like, my attachment to this company. You know, I guess I have several different roles now, which I'm super honored and privileged to even have. Like I said, the Tone King's an OG with this stuff. But, like, for me, it's just, like, I want to share my friend's company, not because he's my friend, but also, too, like, having played these for several hours and checking them out, as well as making a lot of videos just talking about the news with these guitars. I'm excited to play them because I really sincerely dig, specifically, the new school guitar. Also, too, the Tone King values my opinion, and I'm so, again, so thankful that he even does so. So, any sort of, I guess, like, of my own R&D or anything like that, any sort of suggestions or anything like that, he welcomes my opinion. And for that, like, I feel as though I owe it to him and owe it to anybody who wants to talk about these guitars. Like, my thoughts and opinions are X, Y, and Z about these guitars, right? But overall, everybody, man, I really love this thing. I've been playing it nonstop, literally haven't put it down in the give or take 4 days that I've had this at my house. And I'm probably going to take this guitar out on the road here next month as well. So just overall, just really, really excited, man. And the GX1 New School, it's a beast. It's really a cool guitar, man. So I'll put a link down below in the description of this video if you guys want to go read up on Badlands. And yeah, man, just go check them out. They're pretty sick, and I'm truly not disappointed at all. The fit and finish, the quality, it's all there, man. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I sincerely appreciate you all. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, later.